Good evening, YouTube. Nice for you to join me. And for those that don't know, I'm Matthew, and this is Matthew Hawker Gaming. So today we're going to do another from what I call from a Magic player's perspective. For those that don't know me in person, I'm a big MTG player. Well, it's my most played CCG anyway. Anyway, so I'm going to look, but basically in this series, I look at various other digital TCGs and sometimes roguelites and auto battlers. And I describe them from a Magic player's perspective. So I tell you all about the mechanics, how they compare to Magic, and basically are they worth playing, basically. And if those are new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. And say I've been going now for 3 years. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it helps me to grow the channel. And I like giving back to the community. I do giveaways sometimes as well, as and when I can. Right, and you need to say I do various other videos on Magic and various things. We'll go into that. So today's featured game is going to be Shadowverse. For those that don't know, this is Shadowverse. This is the new Shadowverse as opposed to the old Shadowverse. So this is called Shadowverse World Beyond. It's been all out now for a couple of months, I think. Anyway, we're on the second set, so we're going to show you some games from Shadowverse. We're going to tell you a little bit about the mechanics, how the interface, and how free to play friendly it is. Right, so we're going to go into we're just going to go straight into a rank match. So for those that don't know Shadowverse, well, I'm going to compare it to another TCG. The TCG it's most similar to is Hearthstone, in which the ways of the thing. So in Magic, you basically have to play lands to get a resource. In Hearthstone, you get 1 fixed mana a turn, and then you get 2 on the next turn, and 3. So it's more similar to that. The damage is also permanent, which is basic. It's like Hearthstone with a couple of other different mechanics, which we'll get into it. So you basically deal damage to the player directly. You can attack the creatures directly and stuff like that. Alright, so we're going to a match, and then I'll basically show you my deck and various other bits as we go along. We're ranked C for comparison. They're letters. They go A, B, C. I believe A, B, C, D, S or something. I think S is highest. Alright, let's go into a game. We'll show you how it goes. This is ranked. I'm ranked C, so I've been playing for a bit. I've got 40 hours on game currently. Alright, and I'll show you basically a little bit about. As you see, the interface in the game is very. It's like an anime kind of effect. If you like that kind of artwork and that, I think the artwork in the game is quite good. I'm playing on PC on desktop, right? And you say so. The mulligan is partial Paris. This is the casting cost. This is power and toughness basically. So we've got a load of 6s. So we basically need to get rid of some of the higher end things and basically hopefully draw some of our lower end. We're effectively like a mid-range. We're playing effectively a mid-range deck. So this is a spell for comparison. Okay, so basically on turn 1 we get 1 mana. There is something called bonus play point. This is basically an evolve and a super evolve, but you can't use them at the beginning of the game. So notice here on turn 1 we're going against a Havencroft player. So you can see the emote wheel. You've got various things you can use like these.
May the righteous prevail.
We just pass on the first turn, and that's the time. So they're playing Havencroft. But this is to say, we'll explain as we go along. I can't do anything on turn 2 as well either. But as you see, they have a bonus play point because they went second effectively. So this is basically the first thing so this is basically I remember what it's called. I believe it's a thing. So it's got like a countdown mechanic. It's an amulet. That's what it's called, and they're basically it's like an enchantment basically. So we'll explain them as we go along. So I'm going to play this thing, which it has fanfare, which is an enter field the battlefield trigger in Magic. So it makes a 1/1 with Rush. Rush is like it's a limited form of haste. You can attack a creature. It's exactly the same as Rush is like charge in Hearthstone. So it can't attack the turn it comes in. It can attack a minion the turn it comes in, but it can't attack the turn it comes in. Right, so they've basically got their amulet kind of thing on the board that basically ticks down. Right, so we've got so this is a 2/3. This is Ward, which is Taunt in Hearthstone, which basically means you have to attack through it basically to get to them directly. So we have a choice of things. We can play the Zirconia, or we can play it for instance. I'll show you Village. So we'll do this. So we select an enemy field on the battlefield and shoot it for 5. If I've enhanced, which means if I had more available, it would gain +2/+2 and something else, which isn't worth explaining now. Right, so now we've got rid of their thing, and we can attack them directly for 2. We take them down to 18. Right, so now evolution becomes available. So evolution is what it feels like it's Pokemon sometimes, but like evolution means you can basically make your thing bigger by clicking on it. It basically means it also will be able to give it attacks the turn it comes into play. They have some things that trigger an evolution and super evolution as well. Alright, so this is a big thing, right? I'll explain this to you. This is Luminous Mage. So it has an enter the battlefield effect, and it basically comes in and it summons 3 2/2s with it. They have ward, which means they're basically going to have to attack through them. So now basically I can kill their fanfare. So that's fine. So I'll just kill. I'll kill that, and then I basically just start attacking them. I can kill this if I want to. I'm not sure if I can. I'll just leave it. And I've got a bonus point for when I want to use it. So we're trying to build up to the thing. So that unfortunately is a board wipe. That basically will kill everything. I believe it kills all their things as well. Yep. Okay, so we're basically now they've just wiped our board. So the Odin has basically is effectively a haste thing, but it's not worth doing it now because it has another enter the battlefield trick. So storm is haste in Magic or a charge in Hearthstone. Alright, Luminous Mage, we basically want to build up the board, and then we can use either the Zirconia or the Iron Crown to buff them and make them bigger. So unless they have another board wipe, but like most classes in the game have a lot of board wipes. Nearly every class has it. We're playing against Havencraft, which just got basically buffed because it wasn't very good before the new expansion came in. Anyway, they're doing a basically so the I'll show you later. They're on the second set for the game anyway. Yeah, so the game is most similar to Hearthstone, but with the evolution mechanic that isn't in Hearthstone and some other slight variants. So the game has received quite a negative feedback for some reason on Steam. We feel it's because people are basically complaining because they've played the original game and comparing it to that, and people are like review bombing it. I feel the game's pretty good. Right, so now we've got so many options we can do. So they've got a 2/3. I will look up what the thing does. So you can click on most of the things on the interface. So it's got countdown 2. So on its basically last countdown, you get a falcon, and it basically advances the thing. So it's going to have trigger next turn. So we're going to play Zirconia. So then we've got basically, so this has evolved. You summon 2 copies of knights and give all other followers. So basically we can attack with these, we'll lose these, and then when he evolves we'll get 2 replacements anyway, and we'll be able to attack. So in theory I could attack with this because it will be, like, I'd rather keep it at full health. Anyway, so we can buff again. I don't know if shall I buff? Yeah, I'm going to buff again. So give all allied followers another +2. So that we can get some more damage in this way. So we got 7. And then now, unless they wipe the board, if they wipe the board, they're on 10. And Odin will get rid of their largest thing. I was trying to compare this to a Magic deck. I'm not sure what I'd compare it to. It feels like a white deck or like because it's got like the kind of buff effects that white have. It's kind of like a Paladin deck in Hearthstone as well, which is kind of my favourite deck in that game. Yeah, so we won our first game against Havencraft. I feel their deck's fine. They wrapped me once, but the feel is you have a lot of effective haste creatures in the deck as well. And we've gone up a level on the battle pass. Right. I mean, in 2 minutes, what I'm going to do is go back. I'll show you the deck. All right. So that's Mary Melise is the character. There's like a storyline and stuff for those that don't know. Right. So I'm going to show you the deck. So we go to the card section. We go to the deck, and I'm going to show you the deck in a bit more detail. Then we're going to go into some more games. I may show you some other bit as well. Let's go to the deck view. Okay, so this is the deck. It's called Swordcraft. It's basically the faction of the game. We've played against Havencroft. I'll show you some about the other factions. Anyway, we're going to show you all the cards in the deck. So this show you some of the reason why they're two different numbers and top and bottom, and some of them are premiums, so some of them got a different number on it. It's just the cosmetics, though. Right, so this is Philidoo. There's, I think there's going to be 3 copies of nearly anything. He's a 2/2 neutral, which means you can play him in all decks. Because the deck building, it's the same as Hearthstone, but it's effectively a colourless card for the building. So it basically is a 2/2. He has evolved when you select an enemy foil on the field and destroy it. And you can click on this button to see the evolution. So it basically... Does he become any bigger? I thought he became bigger. Oh, it's just the artwork. I don't think it shows you. I think it becomes a 4/4. Anyway, don't worry about that. Alright, so it's Philidoo. Then we go into the next card. I'm going to say it's the Samurai. So he's a 2/1, but he basically, if you unlock Super Evolution, he gets Bane, which is basically Death Touch in Magic or Poison in Hearthstone. He has Rush, which means he can attack, follows the turn he comes into play. Alright, so then we got Lance Trooper. We did see this little chap. So he basically comes in, he's a 1/2. He summons a knight, which is effectively a 1/1 when it comes in. And whenever an allied officer follower enters the field, give it Rush. And quite a lot of things count as allied officers. They will say on the card. Then we've got 2 prims. So there should be 3 prims in the deck, but I didn't quite have enough of the resources. I believe they're called vials, anyway, to craft them. So I don't quite have 3 prims yet. Alright, prim is a 1/1 for 2 mana, which doesn't sound a good deal in Magic terms. But you get Nunya to your hand when you played it, which is a 2/2 for 2. But if there's a prim on the battlefield, you give it +1/+1 and Bane. It also has Ward. So which means that the opponent will have to get attack basically, and it will kill at nearly everything because it has Bane. Right, so that's the thing. Then we've got Valise, which is like, we saw this, I used this earlier to get rid of one of their earliest drops. It has Fanfare, which is like enter the battlefield trigger, select an enemy follow on the field and deal it 5 damage. It has Enhance, which means if you had 6 available rather than the 3, it would also have +2/+2 and Ambush, which means Ambush is... It prevents it from being selected from abilities or attacked. Ambush is lost when the follower attacks or is dealt damage with an ability. It's similar to a Hearthstone thing as well. Right, so then we have Rose. I mean, there should be 3 of these as well, but I don't have them. So basically it has Rush and Follow Strike. So that Rush means it can attack, follows a turn, and Follow Strike. If the opposing follower is damaged, destroy it. It has Enhance 5, which you draw a Soulcraft follower, and that costs 2 or less, so you know roughly what you're going to get in this deck, and sets its cost to 0. We've got 1 Iron Crown Majesty, which is the spell I used. That was basically a filler card because I used it instead of one of the cards I didn't have. It's basically a modal spell, which is it costs you 3. Oh, so there's no, worth bearing in mind, there's no interaction. It's the same as Hearthstone. There's no instance effective in this game, so it's all basically done on your own turn, and there's no interaction. So basically, it's a modal spell where you can summon a Steelclad Knight, and a Steelclad Knight is the 2/2 and a Knight is the 1/1. And then there's another mode which is give all allied followers on the field +1/+1, which is the mode I used in that game. Then we go to Zirconia, which we saw. So basically, it's a 4/4/4/4, which is like okay stat line. Then it has Evolve, which summon 2 copies of the Knight, and then give all other allied followers on the field +1/+1. Right, so that's that. And then we go Luminous Mage, which we saw in the thing. So it's got sometimes 3 copies of Steel Knight on Fanfare. My friend is playing Dice with Death. Does anyone know anything about Dice with Death? I put it on my wish list. I know I've played lots of these dice rolling roguelikes. Anyway, I'll be checking that out at some point, and you say that's one of the games I might feature at some point. Anyway, whenever an allied officer follows enter the field, give it Ward, which means it's basically like Taunting Hearthstone. Bless me. Alright, this is probably one of the best cards in the deck now. We're going in. This is Albert. So Albert is he's the first, I believe, the first legendary in the game, and they're basically the most expensive cards to craft. Basically, I can't remember how much they are. So he's the Swordcraft. He has Storm when he comes in, which is fine as is. But he has Enhanced 9, deal 3 damage to all enemy followers. Give the follower can attack twice a turn. and when he evolves, he goes into a 6 power thing. Oh, it shows you the artwork, but it doesn't give you the stats because the game is fairly new. Albert will go up to 6 power, so he will attack for 12 basically when he comes in, as long as you've got the extra. Right, then we've got Amelia. So the Amelia is basically fanfare. Draw 2 Soulcraft followers and recover 3 play points. So basically, you refund 3 points. So basically, as long as you have 6. I mean, these kind of mechanics where you get things back for playing them are normally quite broken. She also has a super evolve mechanic, which means you give all other Soulcraft followers on the field barrier. Now, barrier is another thing I haven't explained. There's quite a lot of mechanics. But barrier reduces damage taken by the follower or lead to 0 before being removed once. So it's Divine Shield in Hearthstone. Right, now we're nearly there. So we've got Jar. That's one of the most recent. That card from the new set. That's another legendary as well. And when you say it has basically fanfare rally, which means it basically checks all the followers that you play and it's in hand basically. And once you've played, I'm pretty sure it's when it's in hand. I don't think it's what matters when you draw it, or is it when you draw it? Let's check. I believe it counts them when it's in your deck as well. You don't even have to draw them. Okay, so that's fine. So Rally 20 basically super evolves this follower. And that means you basically all evolve for free. You don't have to pay for it. If not, you can pay anyway. Whenever another allied follower enters the battlefield, it does 1 damage to all enemies. So if they've got a load of small things, it's going to deal them 2 damage to start with. When it evolves, summon 2 copies of Steelclad Knight and give them Rush. Sure, so that's a powerful card. One of the things from the most recent expansion. Then we've got Olivia, not to be confused with Olivia from Magic the Vampire. So this is Olivia Heroic Dark Angel. It has fanfare. Draw 2 cards, restore 2 defense to your leader, recover 2 play points. So it's pretty good. And then it has Super Evolve. Select another unevolved allied follower on the field and Super Evolve it. So it's basically a free kind of you evolve this and get something evolved for free. Then we've got did I say we're only playing 2 copies? I think you don't probably want to play the full set. Then we've got Genovo. So he's a 7/6 with Rush. He can attack twice per turn. When he attacks, as long as he's attacking a minion, he has barrier, so it protects him from the damage. So he was basically immune to most of the damage when he attacks, not when the opponent attacks. And you summon a free knight when he attacks, so he generates an army. There's 2 copies of that. Then we've got Odin, another toy from the new expansion. So we've got Odin. Some of the names in this seem to be like on various mythology. I think it's most of the game they've invented the universe, but there's some named kind of things. So Odin from Norse mythology, for instance. Alright, this is Odin. He's neutral, so you can play him in most decks. He's one of the best things. He has fanfare. Select an enemy card on the field and banish it, which means it just removes it from the game, and it has a storm, so it can attack the turn it comes into play. Pretty good. Then we have 2. So it's 2 copies of Odin. We have Amelia, which is the paladin. So it's another legendary. Yeah, this deck is relatively expensive, but like when you play, you can pick a deck where as long as you play towards this when this expansion is, you can get a free deck. And I would recommend the Swordcraft one if you're enjoying this kind of video. And there are other ones, look into them, but like the Swordcraft one is the most played kind of one. Anyway, it has fanfare. You suffer 4 copies of Steel Knight, and it's whenever another allied follower enters the field, give it +1/+0 Rush and Ward. So it gets a large set of things that can attack, and it's quite hard for the opponent to get over. And this is the latest thing I added to the deck. So this is Eurus. He's also legendary again. I'll get into small gameplay in a minute anyway, but I think it's worth trying to explain the things so we can get in a bit more detail. Although that wasn't much of a game, the last one I say. It's fanfare summon 2 enemy copies. So it basically, you're limited to your board capacity. You're limited to, I think it's 5, I can't remember. It's similar to Hearthstone. Whereas in Magic, you've got, Yu-Gi-Oh! I believe was the first kind of TCG that had a limited board capacity. I believe that to be true. Anyway, whenever an enemy follower enters the field, it can't attack followers or leaders until the end of your turn. Deal 1 damage to enemy leader and restore 1 defense to your thing. So it basically locks them down from attacking, gives you more time to finish. Alright, that's the deck. I could put the QR, there's like a share thing, and that I might link it in the description at the end of the video. Anyway, So that's the deck. We'll just go. We'll go into another game and see how it goes. Right, we know a little bit more about the deck and the mechanics. Let's see if we can go against another thing there. Right, I believe it's 5 or 6 classes. Okay, we're going against Portalcraft this time, which is different to what we played against anyway. So I'll try and explain it as we go along anyway. I hope people are enjoying their weekend. I hope people are enjoying the new Magic set, Edge of Eternities.
With rain comes death.
I also do various videos for Magic. I've done various arena videos. I did it. My last one was showing a draft from Edge of Eternities. I also did a video showing. I think Odin can go back. I'll keep the rest because like Jada and Zirconi go well, and I've got some early drops. Yeah, I did a video showing my draft for Edge of Eternities. I do various videos showing my in-person, my commander decks. And I also do pack opening videos when I'm feeling well and I can attend my in-person events. I haven't been very well recently. Right, so we basically have a choice of things. So we can start off with the Prim. We can just pause, but I feel I'm better playing something like the Prim because it will give me Nonya for free. So now basically their class they're playing is Portalcraft, which they have basically 2 kind of styles of mechanics. They have puppets, and they have like the kind of like artifact robot kind of synergies. So we're going to play some stuff and see what happens. I'm going to play Nonya. They haven't shown me what they're playing yet. I only know what class they're playing, but like the thing, I'm just going to attack them for 1. Alright, let's see how we do. And when you say those, I've got to top rank in most games. I said they don't seem to be doing anything. To be honest, I don't know if this is a bot or not. I will be hard pressed to tell. I'm just going to attack them and see what they do. I don't know how many bots there are. Okay, I played against one of these people earlier and they don't appear to be doing anything. I'm just going to pause. I mean, I will literally win in about the next 2 turns if they don't do anything. I'm just going to play Zirconia. Now, this doesn't feel like this is a game. I'm just going to play this, evolve this, and just. I'm going to play evolve the current one because then this can hit for more. This is going to be nearly enough. So this is 6, 4. Sorry, people. I don't think this is going to be a game. Don't worry. We'll show you. They literally now they are basically, if they wipe the entire board, yeah, unfortunately they're not going to do anything. I'm not sure this is a real person. Anyway, sorry about that.
I won't give up.
Yeah, anyway, so they've got 2 main mechanics. They've got that they can, that I didn't get to show you either of. One is basically what are called puppets, which basically are like. They're basically like creatures that can only strike once. They're basically, what I'm trying to compare it to a Magic thing. I can't think of a thing. That's most similar to an ephemeral creature in Legends of Runeterra. Basically, it has a large ratio to power and toughness. I do like their avatar. There's Titania, as opposed to Titania, or Priest of Titania in Magic. Right. Let's hope this is a bit more of a game. Right. We're going to send back Euros. We're going to. Like, attempted, whether Zirconia and that, or Albert can go back. I'll send it back to Albert as well. Right. Anyway, we've won 100% of the games. See, this hand is a lot better now. We've got 2 drop with the thing. Yeah, so they're playing. It's going to be Forestcraft, which basically it's like a kind of.
Welcome to my sanctuary.
Yeah, so they're basically playing what effectively fairies. So they're basically similar to a rogue deck in Hearthstone. Basically, they have a thing. They basically have effectively, yes, they have what combo cards in Hearthstone or storm cards in Magic. So everyone knows they're basically trying to get to a critical mass. Basically, most of their followers have storm, which means that they can attack. And basically, they have stuff that combo count, basically depending on how many things they've played before them in a sequence. So they're basically, their things are quite small, and they're mostly fairies as well, if you like fairies in Magic. I technically have some fairies in my commander decks, but it's not a fairy deck anyway. Right, let's see how they do. We're winning at the moment. I will show you a pack opening. I'll do some pack opening as well. So that's their first combo card. So basically that deals damage. Okay. So our basically thing is just to get to the point where we can play a section of big things. Basically, we're probably going to play Valise now. It's not great value, but like I might not have time to play another one. Then we're looking at, say, Luminous Mage the turn after into Zirconia, for instance, and that gives us a big board. Right, so we're going to play Valise. We're going to shoot one of them. The artwork in the game is quite good. I feel the interface is pretty good, but like, unless I don't know how to see the evolution. So if you can see the evolution on the card, like you could have numbers in the bracket or something, and it showed you. I know you can click on everything, but I can't see how you do it. I've got 40 hours plus on the game, and I don't think you can do that. Yeah, so that was another thing. So it basically bug alert can you use to like bounce a card they've already played. Now, basically, I'm going to use a play point this turn, which is like my bonus point. It will refresh in 2 turns, so we're going to play a Luminous Mage. And I'm just going to pause. So next turn, depending on what they do, we're probably going to play Zirconia. Okay, so that's a 3/3, but when it enters, it draws them 2, and it basically they're going to use, and then it deals X damage between all my things. So that's basically a board wipe. So we're probably going to do the same, play a Luminous Mage again, and then see what happens the following turn.
We fear the dark because it can't aid you.
I think whether I'm going to evolve this or not, that will trade with that, and then I've got, yeah, I'm going to use it. I don't know if it's correct or not. I think some of the skill is trying to work out. I knew it was a 3/5, right? So we're going to attack this. That gets rid of that, right? So now we're looking at 3/2/2s. Then we've got, yeah. So these can attack the turn they come into play. Yeah, they're going to use that. I mean, they'll clear some of it, I'm sure. Yep. Yeah, they've cleared the board, that's fine, but it's not a big deal, I don't think. So this is the hardest deck to play in the game at the moment. So they've used their evolution on their fairy to do me 3 damage. We'll see if that's correct. I don't know. I'm not an expert at the thing. Right, so now I've got a choice. I could play the Lance Trooper and the Zirconia and evolve. That seems alright to me. Rather than using the Samurai, for instance. But the Samurai is probably better to keep when they've got a bigger thing. Like they've got what's called Roach. So Roach gets bigger and it has Storm. So that might be worth keeping it for Roach. Right, you see all that come in, all that board. Right, so we're going to start. So we attack this, the 6. And then attack their fairy. And we can, yeah, they all came in this turn, didn't they? So we can't attack. Yeah, so I've got a full board. Won't say they can't clear it. But like, we can reform the board with Amelia. And say Odin. That's a card drawing spell. It has, I think, an ability where you draw 2 if you put something on it. Can't quite remember. Going to see what their big card is. Yeah, that's basically reduces the toughness of one of my things down to 1. And then it's basically going to evolve into the... So if you use a super evolve, the follow will not take damage. The thing won't take damage back. I think that's the difference between a normal evolve and a super. As you see, it didn't take anything. Now they're deciding what to do with the smaller ones. Okay, so this game now is. I'm playing on PC. I'm playing on desktop. Yeah, I'm using Streamlabs to record this. So you can also get it on mobile as well. I haven't played it on mobile yet, but like I'm sure it's fine on mobile. Yeah, they're basically clearing most of my board. But like, I can deal them quite a bit of damage. So my next plan is probably Amelia. Now I have the choice between whether I use the thing or not. Or I can play Eurus. Whenever in front of you, can't attack follows all leaders until the end of the turn. I think it might be better playing Eurus, to be honest, because then if they play things, they're not going to be... I think I'm worth using the super on it as well. I'm going to use the super on it as well. This is the first time I've played this god. Right. So basically, it doesn't take damage back, and it effectively takes a trample over for 1. It means their board space is being more congested, and basically they can't really play their follows effectively. I think that's how it works anyway. Right, let's hope that's how it works. Next time I can play Odin if we was, and that's close to being lethal, I believe. I think it's 6 if you use the super on it. Let's see what they have. Anyway, I think the game is reasonably free to play friendly. You get 1 booster pack a day. You can win. You see, as they get the enter trigger, but they can't attack. So their board is basically just gummed up. Basically, unless they can kill the 8-power creature, they are just going to lose to Odin, because Odin is going to be 4. It's going to super evolve to 6, and that will be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That'll be 14 exactly. You see, that healed them. Oh, that's a good play on their perspective. That got them the thing. Now Odin is a lot worse. It's not enough. It will only do 8 damage. Now it's basically, can I do something else instead? Alright, let's see what I can do. I've got options. So I've got 7. I'm better keeping Odin, to be honest, because I know what I think. I think I'm better with Amelia, to be honest. Right, let's play Amelia instead. Alright, let's play Amelia. Right, so we basically need to get rid of the stuff. So it's worth evolving her, I believe. We've got 9. So if I go 9 on this. Right, does this have an evolve? Yeah, this is an evolve trigger, so we want rid of this. Oh, that was some YouTube pop-up from me. I'm trying to work out. Alright, so do I want to kill these things or not? Or do I want to just attack? I'll just attack face and leave it, I think. So now I've got basically, see if they can deal with the board or not. Right, we'll show you at least another game, and then I'm also going to show you a couple more things. I'm going to open some packs. I'm going to do a part 2 of this video. We're going to show... So there's a draft mode in the game. It just came out. So we're going to do it effectively. It's called Take 2. It's going to be similar to a draft, but like it's more similar to a Rune Terror draft than a Magic draft, as you basically set the cards in like picks of 2. And you don't have that much flexibility over what you can cut from your deck, so it doesn't have as much as Magic, but it's still a limited format, and I love limited formats. I mean, I'm going to say I might do a playlist for various drafts. You see, they're on 12 now. It's can they survive this turn? I have Odin, and I can deal with a creature they make. Yeah, so that's basically probably... Can they kill it? They don't have an evolution, so they're not going to be able... I don't think they can kill it. So they're going to gain 2. And play that, so that's so they are dead because I've got 11 and Odin. So I'll show you how Odin works anyway, just to show all. Right, so you got Odin. You get rid of this, and then comes in as a 5. I can't give them an emote, but yeah. Anyway, that is that one. Right, let's play. We'll play one more game. We're on a roll on this. Oh, I've just been promoted. I've gone up a rank. That's cool. Anyway, yeah. So I'll say there's a little bit more. So then you've got your daily quests, as most of these games, which you unlock your packs, and then there's what, like, you don't get this on Arena or Hearthstone. There's like a mode which is called Shadowverse Park, which is like a lobby where you can do various different things in addition to playing the games. There's also a tournament mode. You can play tournaments on there, which is a good thing. You play tournaments at the weekend, I believe. They don't generally do them all the time, but they do tournaments. You can play casual play effectively, and you just find people to play. You can do guilds and stuff, which they don't have on Arena. Right, so we're playing a Swordcraft Mirror. Now, they're obviously more aggressive than me because they're playing this guy. This is 1-1 with Storm for those.
A wealthy opponent.
I'm just offering that emote. Right, I'll see how it goes. So basically, they might. Obviously, I don't like the 1-1 for 1. I feel it has been played. It was played near the beginning of the game, but like, I don't think it's that great now. Right, so basically, my 1-1 takes out their 1. I play and keep my 1-2. It's all about like. It's going to be quite similar. I don't play that thing. That thing's annoying though, it is, because I can't really get into it. I mean, I can play a point if I want to. There's no actual point me doing anything because I can't kill it. There's no point attacking because I'm not doing anything and I'll just lose my thing. So I'll pass. I'll play next turn when I can do something. So I've got Zirconia, Luminous Mage. I'm trying to get to the Luminous Mage first and then play Zirconia for a bit more value. You have to worry about dying to their Odin, and they probably should be the same worried away. So I'm going to play my. What I'm going to do is to play my Luminous Mage.
I will provide cover. Aid you.
I'm not going to evolve. I'll see what they want to do. They can probably kill one of them. Let's see. I don't particularly enjoy. Those that know me know I don't like a couple of things in TCGs. Mirror matches is definitely one of them. Don't really enjoy mirror matches. Don't feel there's that much skill involved. Well, I don't really play the control decks anyway, so I don't feel there's that much interest in it. Right, so now we've got a section of options. I believe Zirconia is probably the best option. So basically, we want to probably try and do it first to try and clear the board. Right, so our best thing is to run. Unfortunately, it cost me 2 things to run into this, but like then we can play this, and then we're going to evolve, and then that gives us, we can clear their board. Alright, so basically we have a set of ways that we can clear their board. So we can basically, we trade 2 of the creatures for that. We go 1 into this, 1 into this, 1 into this, 1 into this. And that leaves us with 10 power on the board, and they basically need probably to reforge their board. Yeah, that's a good start. So that's going to do 2. That's going to do 2 damage to our board. That will finish our 2 things. And if they use their super, yeah, they don't need to use their super basically. So I can do the same thing and attack them. Let's see what my option. Or I can play Odin and basically evolve this and kill this. Do I think that's worth it? I need this gone, basically. Let me think. My best bit. Oh, I have to use a play point to do that. Alright, I'll play Odin. I'll banish this. Now I can either. It's not worth doing that for another point, is it? No, I don't think it is. I think I'll just attack them. Take them to 16 and pass and see what happens. They'll probably trade their 2 power thing for it if they don't have another thing. Then I've got like either Genovo into. Yeah, they might be able to race. Yeah, so they're going to attack me for 9. Sorry. Yep. Okay, so we can clear their board. We can get Genovo. But like if they have another one with another Odin, we just lose. But like I don't think we have any other option. But we can clear their board. All right, so we'll do that. Next time we have Amelia instead. We got a bit more flexibility. I'm not even sure it's worth doing it because they have a barrier anyway. It's not going to make any difference. And we just have to pass and hope they don't have an Odin. Odin wins them the game straight out because I don't have a ward guy to protect it with. Oh, that's just a burn spell. Effectively, that just shoots me for 5. Alright, so we'll probably leave it there on that. I'm just going to show you a bit more about the interface and that, and then we'll go on, round up the video. Alright, thanks very much for watching. I hope you give the game a go anyway. Right, so we'll go back. We've just cleared some missions as well, so we're nearly done that. Right, and we're going up the rank. So I just went up 1 rank as well. What have I got now? 40 hours? 40 hours on game. Right, so I'm just going to show you some things. So basically, this is the collection, which is going to show you. So basically, this is this current set, which is Infinity Evolved. There's 77 cards in it. So I've got 70 cards. Now, I'm a free-to-play player on this game. I haven't spent any money on it, and I've got nearly a complete set. So, I mean, they're doing currently that. I think they're going for it's closer to a TCG Pocket. For those that are in TCG Pocket, is Pokemon, for mobile. It's more similar to that. So they've done a set a month. So there's I think the first set was longer, and that's a bigger set. Anyway. Right, let's go to open some packs. So we'll go to the shop. So it's buy card packs, and as you see, I've got my login bonus to redeem. So we'll redeem that now for the current set, and we're going to open a pack, and we'll see what we get. I mean, as most games, it's relatively satisfying to open the packs. Right, let's see what we get. That's a normal card. The rarity is the symbol in the bottom. I'm not sure, can't sure which one's which, but they go. I believe they're bronze, silver, gold, and that. We'll see if we get a legendary. I can buy some more packs anyway. We got a squat in that. So okay, let's never mind. We can buy a couple more packs just to show you how it's done. Right, I'm on collection level, so I'll buy 2 packs because I'm saving for draft mode, and it's 1,000 for each go. So we're going to keep them towards that. Right. Let's hope this pack's better. You get a fixed legendary, I believe, in every so many boosters. Those packs weren't good. Oh, I've got my other friends playing this Dice with Death again. All right, let's hope. So you've got 2 of the same card. So you see this second one. This is what is called a premium one. So basically, the difference between a premium and a non-premium in this game is the premium one has animation on it, as opposed to the normal one. So it's not really like a foil. I believe that's something I need. It says new anyway, so I believe that's another one I need. Well, we got a couple of cards, nothing major, but and also so I'll show you that in a minute. So basically, it will not, unlike Hearthstone, this game is slightly. So we go to cards, and you go to cards. Right. So unlike these guys, so how does the crafting work in the game? It's similar to Hearthstone. Basically, you can dust cards, but this to get resources to craft things. But basically, it will only let you get rid of the cards when you have 3 or more copies of the card, so it's not as free-to-play friendly. Well, it won't let you dust cards unless you have multiple copies, basically. So basically, to do this, you go liquefy cards, and then you go auto-liquefy, but it will only let you dust cards you already have 3 copies of. Right, so that's basically it. But it's reasonably free-to-play friendly, and you get a booster a day. Now, basically, you can get. There's also if you go down here, there's solo content. There's there's story, which is like watching a anime kind of thing. I haven't watched all of it. It might be all right. I mean, I don't think the storyline in Magic is anything to go by anyway. There's single player content, which is like the puzzles, if you like that, in the Hearthstone and various things. And then you've got your ranked and your normal. Then you've got this is Take 2, so this is the draft mode. This is the Grand Prix. They're going to be doing tournaments that I don't think they're like Grand Prix in Magic, but they're bigger tournaments for this game. Lobby tournaments are the weekend ones, and there's also the Shadowverse Park which is like the world which shows you various different things and is basically ways to interact with the guilds and stuff. Alright. Should we show what I've just gone up collection level? I'm going to see if that gets me anything actually. Well, I've got 71 cards out of 77. And I think that probably might have done a feat. Let's see, the feat that basically just gives you crafting currency. I think probably hasn't actually done anything. We've got up another level on the battle pass. I'll just show you the battle pass. So you've got 2 sides, free and normal, similar to Hearthstone. Some in various cosmetics and various things if you like that. I'm not really sure how much it is, to be honest. Well, I've got 150 rupees. So that's something. Anyway. You can get 2 or 3 boosters a day for free anyway. Alright, I would recommend you check out Shadowverse Universes Beyond. It's basically available on Steam, on PC, and it's available on mobile as well. So anyway, I would recommend it. Is it as good as Magic? No, it's not. Is it cheaper than Magic? Absolutely. Do they release as many sets as Magic? Probably not. Anyway, it's worth checking out and see what you think. It's more similar to Hearthstone though than Magic, to be honest. Alright. And also, don't forget to please check out some of my other content and check out my other Magic. And I also do, bear in mind, I do various content for various other TCGs. I do Hearthstone. I've done stuff for like Eternal and Runeterra as well, and I do lots of other video game content. Anyway, check them out in the link playlist below, and don't forget to join me for part 2, where I'm going to do a draft and see how it goes in that. Alright, thanks very much for watching. This has been Matthew, and this has been Matthew Hawker Gaming, and I'll see you again soon. We should be featuring, so next time on this series, from a Magic player's perspective, I probably will be covering TCG Pocket, but I'll have to do it in an emulator. Alright, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.